Welcome back to Hardcore Ultimate Iron Man. I'm picking up some insect repellent because I need it to get an item for the quest I'm doing today. I also have an iron bar, some yew logs, a rope, a cake tin, and some swamp tar. Using the insect repellent on the beehive over here, the bees leave, so we can grab a bucket of wax. And we just use all these things together to get a cake tin of wax and tar. We're going to need that and all these other items here for Troll Romance. So let us head over to the start. The quest starts here in Troll Stronghold with a troll named Ugg. He's too sad to kill us, which I guess is something. What is wrong? He is in love with Aga. But Aga is with Arg, and Arg is much stronger than Ugg. Aga, apparently the most beautiful troll in the world. At least according to Ugg. Start Troll Romance. I will see what I can do. I will help, and then Ugg won't eat me. Thanks, I guess. First step to figure out what we're going to be doing here is go talk to Aga. She's over here. And here's Arg. How is your love life? She is with Arg. He is very strong, but she's not super convinced he actually loves her. He said he will bring her the Trollweiss flower. It's very rare, very special. It would be a very nice gesture. It grows somewhere in these mountains, in the troll lands. But he hasn't gotten it yet. If he actually loves her, he will, right? And while we're here, what's your opinion on Ugg? Who? Not great. So we have something to go with here. If Ugg could get Aga, the Trollweiss, before Arg does, that could work. Apparently, Trollweiss has not been found in years, but we will go and find it to help you out. We're going to need to find somebody who has lived their whole lives in the mountains. And we have access and connections with someone like that. Exactly how all these trolls that live in the mountains don't count as in the mountains their entire lives. I guess they're less in the mountains and more under the mountains. But still. We need to go and talk to Tenzing, the Sherpa. I don't know how much in the mountains he really is. I would have thought more that the crazy guy up on top of Trollweiss Mountain. Trollheim, though. Trollheim Mountain. I would think that he would have been more the one to talk to. But Tenzing should be good enough. I'm looking for a Trollweiss. It's been a long time since he's had to worry about that flower. Used to be, they were all over the place. But these days, there's only one place where he's sure that there still would be the flowers. Although it's really, really difficult to get there. We can do it, though. We need this flower. We need to enter the domain of the ice trolls, head through an area of wicked cold, and make our way down a slope to a plateau where the Trollweiss grows. Used to be easy to get there, but snowed over and basically inaccessible. But it's only basically inaccessible. There is one more option we could try. We could make a sled. And how would we go about doing that? He's not sure. We should go talk to someone more crafty than him. Like Dunstan. He helped with the spiked boots before, so that'll work. And now we're going to use our other teleport to Berthorpe in our jewelry box, because it's closer to Dunstan. Everything about this house continues to be just fantastic for me. See how Unferf's doing. Doing great. And we can go talk to Dunstan. Talk about a quest. I need a sled. Aren't I a bit too old for that? No. Fair enough. For making this sled, we're going to need the supplies we have. With the choice between yew or maple logs, we've decided to go with yew logs because we're fancy like that. And there was a yew tree closer to where I was going anyways. Iron bar, rope, and then we use the wax to wax the sled. Make it nice and smooth. Use wax on the sled. And now we can ride it around. Except only in snowy areas. That's no fun. With this, we now have what we need to go and get... Teleporting myself to the wrong location. Through the gauntlet to the Trollweiss. Starting here, on top of Trollheim. And we get a random event here for an exam. I will absolutely do that. Book of Knowledge into Herblore. 885 XP. I really should go and use all the fossils that I've gotten from AFKing Ammonite crabs. Get those in the museum, get those XP lamps. So my level is higher, so these level dependent XP drops are better. Could do that today. Why not? We have quite the collection of fossils, that's for sure. Heading up past the Ice Troll family that we helped in Desert Treasure, and into the Ice Troll Caves, where we get to run past level 120s. Pretty dangerous. Or at least they would be if Protect from Melee didn't just negate all their damage entirely. And it's also much less cold here than it is up on the ice path. So we're not actually taking any cold damage or anything. We pop up here. We got some ice wolves and an adventurous gnome. Now we can ride the sled. Amazing. From here, we need to make our way down the slope. Whee! Oh, here comes a jump. Yeah! And we got some agility experience for that. Hilarious. Here is the elite stash unit that we're going to be coming back for once we're done here. But here is some trollweiss. Very nice. And now, it's time to prepare for the fight. Arg is not going to give up Aga without a fight. So I'm going to get prepared here. No graceful. Full combat equipment setup. Go get supplies from the Warriors Guild. And we head back to Ugg. Okay, Ugg. Here is the trollweiss flower. But he's still too scared to bring it to Aga, because Arg would literally eat him for breakfast. So now we're going to go get rid of Arg. Why not? I'm sure we'll be able to manage. I am a bit of a legend. Literally. I am in the Legends Guild. So I can do this. We'll run past a few more little trolls here. Definitely less dangerous than one we're about to face. Arg is stronger. So we're going to go with everything we got going here. Dragon Battle Axe. And then 2 sips of attack and defense potion to negate the negatives and then get the positives. Talk to Arg. I'm gonna kill you. Let's take this fight outside. He hits very hard with range and melee. So we're not 100% protected here. A bit of protect melee will protect us from all of his melee hits. But he can decide to just do ranged instead, so here we are. Keep our HP nice and high, because my goodness is his max hit impressive. But with a little bit of panic eating, Arg goes down. Not too bad. Not too bad. Could have been worse. If it would have started a combo there, things would have gotten messy. As he hit like a 29 that last time. And apparently his max hit is 38, so a few 38s in a row. And we would need better food than this. But luckily, we are 98 combat. So we managed to deal with most of it. Ow. Trolls do hit pretty hard, though. Always something to be aware of. So now, with Arg out of the picture, Ugg can go talk to Aga. And he already has the trollweiss. So I think he'll do just fine. Unless any of these other less cryy trolls get to him first. But they don't have the flower, so. We get some pretty rocks as thanks. Now go speak to Aya. He's still too scared. Nah, you got to, man. Do it. 2 quest points, 8,000 agility, 4,000 strength, and 7 gems. Fancy. We can go and cut these gems, I guess. We don't currently have our nature runes, so I'll just sell them to the shop here. That'll be fine. You can have these potions too, why not? Just a little bit of crafting XP as a reward. Things could be worse. But now, we can use our sled to go get back to where the stash unit is. But of course, we need the items that we're putting in the stash out of the looting bag. The looting bag is not completely full of things, since we put all of those jewelry bits in the house. So this is going to make things a lot easier for us. Jump out into the wilderness. Make sure we're standing in the wilderness. Destroy the bag. And pick up all of our stuff. We got our potions. There's our nature runes. Very good. But of course, we also need the stuff to build the stash unit. And that means I'm gonna go chop more mahogany logs with a steel axe. Scratch that. We got our rune axe right now. That's super convenient. I'm going to make chopping these mahogany trees take slightly less time. Oh boy. See? Look at that. Fantastic. Back down the slope again. Having a grand old time of it. Going for this ramp. See if we land it. Very good. Another 25 agility experience. Definitely not the best agility training method, but that's okay. Build this stash unit. And in here, we place our second dragon spear, our rune plate skirt, and blue D headband braces. One problem with this location is if we get the clue scroll step to come here, we need to get a new sled every time, which is not great. There's a spawn over here, but that doesn't really help when we have to use a sled to get here to get this spawn. So, not ideal. Let's give the sled one more ride here, down the second part of the slopes. Which, again, we can't go back up on foot. We slide down here. Go for another big ol' ramp. Almost land in a whole pile of rocks. And then we can exit out this way. Very good. So now we drop the sled. Unfortunate. But it is what it is. All that sledding, I think I'd like to do some more. But not with this sled. Oh no. We're gonna make things a bit more complicated. Well, now is as good a time as any. I need one more inventory space here. And I don't want to go get a looting bag right now. So, we say goodbye to the rune kite shield. It will soon be replaced by the dragon square shield, even though we currently only have half of the shield and not the smithing level to make that. We will deal with that in a bit. There is a stash unit to put a RuneKite shield in, but it requires a clue item along with it that we don't have. So we can get another RuneKite shield when needed. High Alk, the RuneKite, and replace it with some steel nails. I also could have just wielded the RuneKite shield, but that's not really an issue. I don't need it right now, and I'm not going to need it in the future. So that's fine. One less inventory space to worry about, either in the inventory, in the equipped items, or in the looting bag. One less thing I need to deal with, so that's fine. We talk to Larry over here in the Ardoin Zoo. He wants to know if we are working for them. Who? Exactly. What? And those responses were apparently enough for him to trust us. He wants to know what we know about penguins. They live in the cold. Exactly. He's going to do a research project on penguins in their natural environment. And he could use my help to build a shelter to hide in, and to also take notes on the penguins. Start Cold War. Sounds interesting enough. But why penguins? He was a zookeeper, and he left to go research penguins. He needs me to gather supplies to build a bird hide while he gets the transport going together. Planks, nails, hammer and spade. Meet him on the coast between the Keldegrim entrance and Releka. He'll get a boat there. We can easily use our last law rune here and head to a fairy ring right next to where he's going to be. With doing that, I'm going to need to go get more law runes here, but we can do this part of the quest first, at least. Also get attacked by a whole bunch of rock crabs, which is great. Larry! I have what we needed. Yep. Let's go. To the iceberg. And on our trip, he's going to tell us some stories of when he was at the zoo. Past, Miscellanea, etc. Here we are. There's penguins. And here's Larry. So we just make it in this patch of snow right here. Construct a building for us to hide in. Then use the spade to cover it up with snow. Well, we can do that. Our construction level easily high enough to build this. Then shovel some snow on top. Looking good. Looking very good. Alright. Let's start our observations. We need to note anything interesting that the penguins do for his research. Here come some penguins now. They are cute and evil. They did a little spin, a wave, and a clap. How nice. They are patrolling. They had a secret gesture. I don't know about that. They're organized and saluted each other. They shivered and walked past. That's not that suspicious. They're doing something. No one believes him. He's gonna prove them all wrong. Calm down. Calm down. I'll humor you for now. What should we do next? We need to infiltrate the Penguin organization. And how do you do that? There's too many spies here. Leave the iceberg, then we can discuss our plans. If you say so. Okay, Larry. How are we going to infiltrate the Penguins? He's altered a clockwork toy to make a clockwork penguin suit. Just set off a clockwork, walking in there. How's that help? He also has a spell of shrinking. So he's going to make us small enough to get inside of a toy suit and walk with the penguins. And he can't do it because they know his scent. They would capture and torture him. Has to be me. The spell only works when he's nearby. So hopefully everything goes fine. He's got a book of what we need to do to build this. Just like a regular clockwork. And we need to build it in our house. He's on permanent leave from the zoo for the research. They fired him. And he's sure the penguins got him fired. They're spying on everyone. He's also had additional run-ins with the penguins since his firing. But we need to concentrate here. Make the suit, and then we'll be good. Clockwork mechanism. And additional bits inside there for us to control when we're inside of it. An interesting proposition. Getting everything I need, not only for the clockwork suit, but for the rest of the quest. We need to take a cowbell, which is easy to accomplish when you have 99 thieving. Making the clockwork suit is very simple. Steel bar into a clockwork mechanism, and then we make a clockwork toy, the penguin. One clockwork suit. We can wind it up and set it running around. Well, that's not what we really need it for exactly. So we head back to Larry. Okay, Larry. One penguin suit completed. So we can go and test it out back at the iceberg. Get to listen to another one of his fascinating stories on the way over. Oh boy. And when we get here, the bird hide has been destroyed. Very, very, very destroyed. There's parts of it ripped apart. My goodness. There's no way that was penguins, right? There's suspicious footprints. Those could be anything. We can't make out their tracks. Because they walked single file. They're so clever. Well, the penguins that were here are gone. So that's also suspicious. We're so close. We need to infiltrate them. But we can't infiltrate if there's no one around to infiltrate. I guess we could go somewhere where we know there are some penguins. Back at the zoo. Let's return to the zoo. And he can teleport us there. So why do we have this boat? Because it lowers the stress level. Sure. To the zoo. Here are the penguins. Okay. Let's test out the suit. The zookeepers won't notice as we infiltrate the zoo here. A shrinking spell he's going to use on us. There was an avalanche while he was observing other penguins once. He's really unlucky. He was trapped under the avalanche. An old man stopped to help and taught him the shrinking spell. That's pretty convenient. A wise old man indeed. But that made him even more suspicious of the penguins. They got him fired. Alright, alright. Time to be a penguin. We can't go too far away, or the spell will break. And he can also reverse the spell. So let's get it over with. We need our hands free. Hand free, penguin time. Also, no capes. No capes. They could just get stuck in all the gears, pulling us in. Probably best not to do that. And now we shrink all the way down. Get inside the penguin. Amazing. Now we're just going to open this conveniently unlocked door and talk to the penguin. Squawk, squackity, squeak, squawk. What are you doing? Speaking penguin, right? Nope. Penguins speak common tongue. Fascinating. It was all a test. Don't worry about it. We must start with the proper greeting, operative. And the greeting is what we saw on the iceberg. A bit of a spin. A bit of a wave. And a bit of a clap. Very good. Have we made any progress with the main directive? Yes, it was easy. Learning to fly was easy. Yes. I flapped really hard, and it worked. Penguins can't fly. Also flew in a hot air balloon. Penguins are good swimmers, so why does it really matter if we can't fly? That's the whole mission. Tricking the humans into helping unlock the secrets of flight. He's really getting bored of his observation post here. He misses the codfish of the motherland. We could take the mission report back to the outpost, since he doesn't want to risk breaking out, blowing his cover. We should also go talk to the operatives in Lumbridge. Fair enough. One mission report. Get out of the penguin suit. Luckily, we get out before we are enlarged, so that's good. Alright, Larry, you were right. They've got a whole thing going on here. We need to go to Lumbridge, and then to the outpost. The Lumbridge penguins are undercover. We also will try to figure out where the outpost is from them. They got mission reports and operatives. Very organized. To Lumbridge. We're also going to need a bit more inventory space here. So we can drop the hammer, spade, and the book. This will give us space for the other mission reports and other things we're going to need. Larry. The penguins are here. They are the thing. Penguins in disguise. Feels like we might be blowing their cover a little bit. Coming in here as a regular penguin. Talk to sheep. We need to do the secret handshake again. Because of course we do. There was spin. Wave. Clap. We're going to blow their cover. Go away. I did the greeting. Talk to me. We need the secret phrase. Unless we have the secret phrase, they're not going to talk to us. I guess that the zoo never did anything with a secret phrase. And they are lazy, bad operatives. Go away. Alright. Larry. We need a secret phrase now. Because of course we do. First, let me be large. Now they want a secret phrase. These penguins are crazy. Dangerous and organized. Since our only lead is the penguin at the zoo, we can start there. And he can teleport us. Every so often he can teleport us. That's okay. Don't know if he could have teleported us while we were still a penguin. That is multiple magics happening at the same time, so probably best to not do that. Talk to this penguin again. I need the secret phrase. It's not that hard. Let's go what? The Pescaling Pax. The Pescalian's son. In charge of research and development at headquarters. Where all the penguins live? No. Most of the penguins live in the great city of Palingrad. He's very homesick. He can't visit until we've finished our research and developed flying technology. Boy, I sure wish I could go back too. Just tell me the secret phrase. I really don't know the phrase. I forgot. I must have left before they gave out the phrase. I need the phrase. I've got raw cod. He'll exchange that for information. Works for me. And the phrase is, do not trust the walrus. Can you also tell me where the outpost is? Nope, that's fine. Do not trust the walrus. We got the phrase. Perfect. Larry, would you like to teleport us to Lumbridge? Let's go talk to the sheep. Nope. Fine. I can teleport to Lumbridge. Not a huge deal. Back in the suit. Getting in and out of this a lot of times, it seems. Talk to the sheep. Do not trust the walrus. I need your operation reports. But he's having a really hard time getting any information with all the humans trying to shear him. He thinks that Fred the farmer is trying to have them assassinated. We need to investigate Fred the farmer. That's going to be really difficult. I'll only do that if you tell me where the outpost is. What do you mean, where the outpost is? Fine, fine. We just need to go deal with the farmer. As a penguin, spying on Fred would be difficult. But as not a penguin, very doable. He's right over here, in his house. Which we can very quickly get into. Open up here, here, and here. Fred. I'm here to tell you about the penguins. What does that have to do with anything? You know the thing? It's two penguins in disguise. Like he hasn't heard that before. They're observing humans to learn our weaknesses. Why are they disguised as a sheep then? They thought I would let them blend in. Just don't bother them too much. They seem to have a little bit of a grudge against you. I talked to the penguins? Oh yeah. I have a suit, and I had a secret meeting, and I got shrunk down. I'm a crazy person. Get out of here. Just trust me, Fred. This is his problem now. I've done all I can do. We can at least try to clear his name with the penguins. We don't want them making too much of a mess here. Find the penguin we can talk to that waddles around. Farmer Fred is harmless. The sheep, though, they are really what you need to look out for. They are playing dumb, so you don't suspect a thing. He will put that in the mission report. Gotta tell me where the outpost is, though. It is on the iceberg, concealed by an avalanche. The guard will stop us, though, and ask us for the password. And the password is cabbage. Alright. So we have the location, and another secret password. So many levels to this whole operative business. We can manage, though. I've misdirected them with the sheep. No, Larry, the sheep are not operatives too. He just hopes the sheep aren't working for the other side. Alright. Anyways, we know where the outpost is. It's back on the iceberg. Let's go. It is slightly inconsistent whether or not we are able to be teleported to the next location. But I will take the free teleports I can get here. Not too shabby. Let's go find this entrance. Here it is, the avalanche. And here is the agent. Need to do the greeting again, because of course. Spin, wave, clap. The password is cabbage, and now we just need our ID. That we don't have. Hey, other penguin right here. Am I interested in some wares? Yes. I need my ID card. And a mission report. Sure. No stabbing. He wants something in exchange. He wants swamp tar. And some feathers. Chicken feathers? Perfect. We've got all that. So we get a third mission report and an ID card. Fantastic. Here you go. Now we can enter into the avalanche and head to the room on the left. And now we are inside the base. Very cool. I mean, it is very cool. It's made of ice and it's inside an iceberg, so yes. We return from our operation. Our ID card is named Peach. So that works. Just returned. And I also have the mission reports from Ardoin and Lumbridge. Very good of us. So here's all that. It also includes the part where we can fly. Flapped really fast. Fascinating. And a hot air balloon. Going to explain hot air balloon technology to the dangerous penguins. Great plan. Now we just need to go complete the physical. And the physical is an agility course. Just out the other side of the room. Luckily, the physical has nothing to do with looking closely at my totally real body. Because that'd be problematic. Exactly how we've made it this far is a question. Here we can see them trying out the hot air balloon and flapping really hard. I believe if we had done between a rock, they would also be firing themselves out of a cannon. So then we just need to make our way through here. Past some crushers. Up some stepping stones. Really impressive. They were able to make this clockwork toy jump up like this. But we are fairly agile, as much as that really counts when you're inside a clockwork. Walk across some icicles and get impaled over and over. Do that a few more times. An icicle hitting us while we were this small seems pretty dangerous, honestly. Now we need to climb up this ice. Hopefully our agility level is good enough. We don't slide around too much. And here is us falling down. Here's what we're waiting for. Sliding. Now in a penguin suit. Going for all the fun jumps. Look at us go. Woohoo! And right through the exit. Very good. Very good. And now, we can wander around freely. And also we get this agility course, which is nice. Back through the entrance here. And we can look around the rest of the iceberg. That's an interrogation chair. Glad we didn't need to sit in that. My goodness. Up this way, we have some big doors that we can't get through. So let's talk to some other nearby penguins. We got Ping and Pong, but they're too busy. Hey, could you open this door? I'm gonna open the door. Nope. Let's get the information that we have so far back to Larry. Okay, Larry. We found a lot of information in there. Make us large, and we can talk about it. They are organized. They were doing drills. Told you so. But they have an entire army? This is just an outpost. That bodes poorly. So this is just the invasion party. The main force is elsewhere. Either way, he's been doing his research, and he knows what we should do next. Deeper inside, there should be a war room where they make their plans. And we need to go find that room. It's going to be the most well-guarded location, so past the huge doors. And we need to sneak our way in. As a penguin, of course. Back in the suit. And we head back into the iceberg. We needed to talk to Larry there to progress the quest state. We couldn't just go do the rest of the quest. We need to get through the door, but the main guy there is not gonna let us. Hey, open the door. We have our ID card, but we do not have clearance. I'm gonna open it. No, I'm not. So we either need to get this agent away or get a new ID card that has clearance. So we'll talk to Ping and Pong about the doors at the end of the hall. And they open up new worlds, man. New rooms, too. About those rooms. The war room. The man makes plans in there. The man. Not human, you know. Authority. They're not really agents. They are bards. They're recording history. Penguin bards. They've got songs, but they can't play their songs. They don't have any instruments that'll work. They've gotten all these instruments from human lands, but they don't have thumbs, so not ideal. Looking for bongos and a cowbell. Would be perfect. And now I'm getting these instruments, because of course I am. We already have the cowbells, and one mahogany plank with some leather. We can't be in the penguin suit, right? We can take off the penguin suit inside the penguin area to get captured and tossed out, which is pretty convenient. And now we can make some bongos and turn back into a penguin. You would think after seeing me bust out of a penguin suit, they would up security and not let that happen again. But you'd be wrong. We can just walk right in. Penguin bongos. Fantastic. But just a regular cowbell. Close enough. Right in here. Ping pong. Got what you're looking for. And now, we'll be able to play their song. Here you go. Now we get a little concert. A 1 and a 2 and a 3. Needs more cowbell. Doing some rhyming about how the Sicilian explored, found this iceberg, traveled the world, found this iceberg, made an outpost. Yay. And now they're being very, very loud. So the door guard has come in to tell them to be quiet. So, with him distracted, we can just pop right in here, open the gate for ourselves, and no one's the wiser. And we can head for the war room. Where we are caught again. Here is Pescaling Pax with his war table. We have a visitor. Anti-magic security. Just me and my suit. This will solve all their problems. Look at their scientists working on giant penguin suits. And we will be fed to the Ice Lords. Oh boy. It's not actually that bad. They are level 51. So we can just get rid of them. They throw giant icicles at us, which you think would be worse than it is. But we're fine. We could even do something like equip the red d'hide body, if we wanted to be fancy here. Or we're just going to leave. Then we need to get out of here by sneaking through here. Going back that way just leads back to the penguin area. So that's not going to work out. So we've escaped for now. And they've also confiscated our suit, which is less than ideal. We can always make another one if we need to. Hi, Larry. We went to the war room, and they stole the suit, fed me to the Ice Lords. They had a whole world map, their world conquering plans. Larry was right. Yeah. What are we going to do to stop them? What's our next move? Apparently, we managed to avoid them getting my scent with the whole agility course business. But we're going to need to get in contact with some of Larry's friends about what's going on here. This research of the penguins is moving along. Giant penguin suits. Quest complete. 1 quest point. Access to the iceberg, including the penguin agility course. 5,000 agility, 2,000 crafting, 1,500 construction. Very cool. We can also make more cowbells and bongos, which can only be played while in a penguin suit for some reason. But we're not going to need this ID card anymore, so that's good. So I think I'm going to do what I said earlier and go take care of all the fossils. And my goodness, do we have a lot of fossils. We just head over here to the dig site. Want to go to the cleaning station. So this is the closest teleport there. Travel on the barge. And run over this way. The fossils have a very convenient storage system, so don't need to worry about that too much. But if we look over here, in our fossil storage, we have 57 small, 40 medium, 25 large, and 7 rare. So I'm going to clean these up and see how many sets we end up with. With all of the small through large fossils cleaned, we can go do 11 sets of small, 8 sets of medium, 3 large, and 1 plant. And this all happens over at the museum. There's all the small lamps. There are 14 small displays. We already had 1 filled, added 11 more. So now there's just 2 more small displays we can put fossils in. So, possibly, we only need to get 8 more small fossils cleaned. Then we can use those small fossils in the future for something else. But here is 11 lamps going straight into Herblore. 2,000 experience each. And these are the small ones, so they're going to be the least amount of experience. But still, 11 XP lamps. Pretty cool. Pretty cool to have. There is a level. Level 60. Weapon poisons. And Noxifer. Lamp. 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 And now, the larger lamps. 8 out of the 12 mediums. 3 out of the 5 larges. And 1 plant out of 5. Really do be lower on plant fossils here. Unfortunate. But that is 12 more XP lamps. Each of them more experienced than the previous ones. The medium ones are 3,500 experience. 8 of those. And that's going to be enough to get another level here. That's 5,000. Gets us 61 Herblore. Magic Essence mix. Oh boy. They got mixed around a little bit in the inventory. But the large / plant ones are 5,000 experience each. So overall, this was quite a bit of Herblore XP. Already getting pretty close to 62. Not bad at all. So there's still a few spaces in here, which is something. So we're going to get a few more XP lamps out of this if we continue to collect more fossils. We've also gotten some kudos for doing this, which gives us enough to access the volcanic mine and the gate over to the dig site. So that's something. And we can also talk to the information clerk here to get us some experience in prayer, mining, crafting, smithing, slayer, and hunter. Sounds good to me. 4,000 in crafting, smithing, slayer, prayer, and hunter. Not bad. And that gets us 52 smithing. Fantastic. A free smithing level works out very nicely, as that is the next goal. Going to get at least a few levels in smithing, and possibly additional ones, just to make boosting for things easier. And also, a smithing quest. Next time. Goodbye.